everyone, and welcome to the Best Day Ever Crafting Podcast. This is a podcast about my making journey, but also where I celebrate with all of you why making, creating, crafting every day makes for the best day ever. My name is Trish, and I can be found on Instagram and Ravelry as Tie Dye Diva. Show notes can be found in the Ravelry group, and I will also leave a link to the show notes in the description box below. So welcome back, and if this is your very first time here, then an extra special welcome to you. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you all have been finding lots of joy in your making, because I sure have. So I have a lot of things to share with you today. There is some admin that we should be discussing, but I've decided to hold off on the admin until the next episode, because I do have to draw names for the third quarter of our make-along, which happened to be where we're making things for the home. And I absolutely loved looking through the Ravelry threads, seeing all of your creativity and makes. It's been awesome. So I need to draw names for that. I also need to draw a name for the Moon and Turtle book giveaway. I thought I was going to attach the review of the book to this episode, but I'm going to wait and put that in a separate episode just for the sake of time. I think that would be much better. So hopefully you'll see me here in a couple of weeks, and we'll announce all the winners, and we'll definitely get the video up for the Moon and Turtle book review. So I hope you all are doing well. Everyone is staying safe and sound. I've been doing fairly well, super busy at work for the past few weeks, which kind of explains why I haven't been able to get a podcast up. And then we did go on vacation, because that's what I talked about the last time I recorded, and that was absolutely wonderful. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put some pictures of our vacation towards the end of the podcast if you're interested in seeing those. So what are we going to discuss today? I have some finished objects, one finished object in knitting, a couple of finished objects in sewing. I got a couple of whips. I'm going to share with you a couple of things I've been working on. I have a new craft I'm going to share with you. Well, a new to me and you, because I don't think I've shared this particular craft with you before. We'll talk about some acquisitions. Of course, a couple of new things have come in the mail, and we'll do a little bit of journaling talk. I did not mention, if in the intro, if this is your first time here, I'm also the owner of a stationery and primarily sticker shop. Stickers for planning and journaling. You can find me there at thefibertree.com, and there will also be a link to the shop in the description box below. So I just launched the autumn update, and I will share a little bit about that also towards the end, just in case you want to cut out before then. So let's, without further delay, get into the making. So as far as knitting and crochet is concerned, I have one finished object that I'm super excited to share with you. If you follow me on Instagram, you already saw this, but I finally finished my rocket tee. So this is the rocket tee by Tanis Fiber Arts, and of course I'll link to all of the information in the show notes, but I'm going to hold it up so you can take a look at it in all its glorious beauty. So as you can see, the rocket tee is a top-down V-neck short sleeve t-shirt, and it has some horizontal striping as well as a little bit of lace detailing on either sides of the raglan. It's finished with an I-cord edge around the neckline, the arm sleeve, as well as the bottom hem. The yarns that I chose to make mine in are both from Legacy Fiber Arts, and I'm going to pull up my Ravelry page on my pad real quick so I can make sure I get these colors to you, because I absolutely love the colors that I used in this project. So it calls for you to use a fingering weight yarn as well as a lace mohair blend. So the fingering that I chose is called Antique Lace, and the lace mohair is called Fox Tails. Both of these colors are just absolutely beautiful. I don't know whether it's picking up on the purple, and this lace mohair, it almost to me has like a rose gold look to it. It actually almost like an iridescence. It's kind of hard to describe, but the depth of color is just so beautiful. I'm going to stand up so you can get a sense for where it's going to hit me when I wear it. So if I put it all the way up on my shoulders, which is where it's going to lay once I get it on, it's like right maybe about 2 inches below my belly button, which for me is just perfect. And I also think that the V-neck is going to hit at a good place, like right here. But if it's a bit too low, this would be really nice to layer with either a long sleeve, a lightweight long sleeve tee, or even a tank top. So excited to have this done. This is definitely one of those patterns where I can see making another one. I don't have immediate plans to make another one, but I could totally see making this again because I really enjoyed it. So once again, this is the Rocket Tee by Tana's Fiber Arts. So the next thing I'll talk about are the things that I'm actually working on in knitting. So I've talked about the half and half triangles wrap from Pearl Soho, and I've made quite a bit of progress on that. So let me make sure I'm not in the middle of a row. So I've completely finished my first triangle, but you can see, I'm gonna stand up again. So the first triangle is completely done, and I've made quite a bit of progress on the second triangle, which is here. So the half and half triangles wrap by Pearl Soho. I totally get why everyone is so obsessed with this pattern. It is knitting perfection. If you're like me and you go for the more simpler patterns that let the yarn kind of speak for itself, or if you really love knitting rows and rows and rows of garter stitch, this pattern is for you, because that's exactly what it is. It's rows and rows and rows of garter stitch and short row shaping. Basically every stitch gets wrapped and turned, and you just knit. You just knit. It's nothing. It's easy to remember. It's so meditative. It's so enjoyable, and I absolutely love it. I'm already, like so many others, making plans to knit my second one because, like I said, I'm enjoying this so much. I'm sorry, I looked over. I thought my husband was calling me. The yarns that I'm using for my first half and half triangles wrap is from the Plucky Knitter. The lighter blue is called, let's see, I don't think I have this in my show notes. Maybe I do. Not show notes, Ravelry page. Yes, I do have it on my Ravelry page. So the lighter blue is Blue Blazes, and the base is their Primo Fingering. So you can see it's got so many shades of blues and grays. It's really pretty. The Primo Fingering is a combination of merino, cashmere, and nylon. And the darker contrast color, which is one of my favorites, the Plucky Knitter, this beautiful deep blue is called Bohemian Blue. And it too has so many shades of blue, darker hues of blue that even almost look black. So totally enjoying this. I really like the way the short rows almost gives it like a decorative element where the colors connect. Again, I can't say enough good things about this. I am knitting the smaller size. There are two sizes. You can knit the large or the small. As you can see, this is already really, really good size. So either way, you're gonna have a really nice size project. Really, really enjoying this. Hopefully, maybe next time I record, this will be done and I'll have another one cast on. And I have this hanging out in one of my favorite project bags by Rosie Posey Designs, or is it Rosie Posey Studio? I'll be sure to link to her beautiful shop. This project is at the point where I don't really travel with it, so this is nice to just sit in the living room or in my bedroom. If I do some knitting in bed, it's nice, sturdy project bag, and I love that. All right, so next up, a new project. I'm pretty sure I didn't share this with you. This is a test knit for Tiff Nealon that I'm doing. This pattern is set to be released, I believe, towards the end of this month. And she did say that it was okay for us to share this on social media. So that's what I'm about to do. So I won't give a lot of detail on it, but I will hold it up and at least share with you the colors. So the name of the project is the Autumn Cozy Cow. Let me just confirm that. Yes, it's the Autumn Cozy Cow. And here's the progress I've made on mine thus far. Again, I won't give a lot of detail as far as construction. When it's finished, I'll talk a little bit more about that. But you can see the beautiful texture you have going on here. And again, when the pattern is released, I will give more detail about what's actually going on here. But I'm just really, really loving this. I learned something new with this pattern. It is a stitch that I've never done before, and no, it is not brioche. So if you have a love-hate relationship with brioche like I do, then you'll be happy to know that this is not brioche. So I hope that my not giving clear details is getting you excited about this pattern, because it really is awesome. What else can I say? Oh, let's talk about the yarns. Oh, beautiful yarns. This is a DK weight, calls for a DK weight, 2 skeins of the speckled color and 1 skein of the contrast color. And the colors that I chose are both from Chelsea hand-dyed yarns, and I'm using her Luxe DK. So this color here is called Sunflower, and this color here is called Leopard. It's absolutely beautiful. What I love about this Leopard, I think she just hit it right out of the park. I think it looks a lot different knitted up than in the skein. But if you look really close, look at all the other colors. Look at the pinks and the purples that are in that leopard. I absolutely love that. So, you know, leopard print can be a bit severe and harsh for some people. Either you love it or you hate it. I love leopard. But just having those bits of pink and purple really tones it down and makes it really girly and feminine and beautiful. So I just absolutely love this color. So hopefully it'll be done in a couple of weeks. I've got plenty of time to get it done. I've got maybe a couple more sections to go. I will also say that the cow does get a little narrower towards the top, so it's going to fit nice and cozy around the neck. and just lots of coziness around your neck and chest, because it's going to come down pretty far. So I can totally see wearing this with like a denim jacket, or you know, just tucked inside, you know, a nice coat. So yes, so excited about this. And I will give more detail when I can. This project has been hanging out in another one of my favorite project bags. This is by Yarn and Whiskey. And I believe I picked this up at one of the Knit and Escape events, one of the online Knit and Escape a few months back. You know, Christy Glass sponsors those events, and this was a special colorway. Yarn and Whiskey really specializes in beautiful, bold, vibrant prints, usually Ankara African wax prints. So really love this. It's just a really simple drawstring pouch with a leather drawstring. It's just perfect. All right, we'll get through the podcast if I don't beat myself up, almost stabbed myself in the eye with the knitting needle. Trish. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of sewing. A couple of weeks ago, I had the absolute privilege of attending an online sewing conference that was sponsored by a local sewing shop, which is called Sew Creative Lounge. They're located in Mount Rainier, Maryland, which is not far from where I live. And like I said, it was completely online, and it was free, which was just absolutely amazing. You also had the option of purchasing fabric and notions ahead of time, so that you could do some pre-cutting of projects and just be able to just embrace everything that they, you know, intended for the conference to be. I decided not to purchase the patterns or fabric, since I have enough fabric here already. Even so, I was still able to participate quite nicely, and I was able to finish a couple of things during that conference. So I'm going to share those with you right now. So the first thing that I completed in the conference was a thread catcher. So here's my thread catcher, and there is the, let me just show it to you the way it looks. So this portion here, it's a thread catcher and a needle, what do you call it? Pin cushion. It is a thread catcher, and I'm looking for a pin. Hold tight. Any other time, there are pins all over the place in this room, and when I need one, I can't find one. Okay, so it's also a pin cushion. So this portion here sits on your table, and the weight of it keeps it there, and then the front of it, you can just throw your extra threads and bits and things in there. And I'm going to put this here so you can see how nicely it just lays right there. It's nice and heavy, so it's not going anywhere. It's just perfect. I absolutely love it. You had the option of kind of like stabilizing, I guess I should say, the actual bag using boning. So I decided to use boning because I actually had some here in my sewing room. So it sits up really nicely, and it just looks so neat with that boning. If you don't know what boning is, I've got it right here. I can show it to you real quick. So it's basically this hard piece of plastic, and you just cut it, and you, in this case, you just drew it through a channel that you created on the sewing machine, and just you thread it through just like you're threading elastic through a skirt when you make a skirt. It was really so simple. So that was really cool because I'd never used boning before. I can't even remember why I bought all of this, but it was really nice to be able to use up what I had here in my craft room. I mean, I didn't have to purchase anything. Everything I had was already here, so that was really nice. So again, that's the thread catcher, and there are many patterns for thread catchers of this nature online, so I will link to a couple in the show notes if you want to give this pattern a try. I would say it is beginner friendly, an adventurous beginner, perhaps, yeah, but super fun to make. The second thing I sewed was they call it a sewing apron, but I'm gonna call it a crafting apron, because you can use this for so much more than just sewing. And excuse my wrinkles because I had it folded up in a bag with a couple of other things sitting on top and it got a little wrinkled. So here it is, and it's designed to wear around your waist. And what I really love about it is that it's got this super long belt. So even on me, on my large frame, I'm able to tie this twice, which makes it super comfortable. Another one of the classes in the conference was by That Sew Monica. You can find her on Instagram, and she's a very prolific sewer, very talented. And she did a lecture, I guess you can call it, on mixing and matching your prints. So is anyone out there someone who loves to mix and match prints, or does that just kind of for some people that's just like, no, I'm not wearing stripes and flowers? But the way Monica described it and showed examples of how to do it was just masterful, and it really inspired me to just step outside the box a little bit and try different things. So that's why I decided to use different prints, different shapes of prints in my my apron. So this print here, beautiful autumn colors. This came from Joann's. I believe this is their quilter showcase of fabric. I had bought this to actually make a dress number 1 or a shirt number 1, but it ended up going into this project, and I might still have enough to make a shirt number 1. We'll see, but I love that print. And then this print was gifted to me from Arthella. If you guys remember Arthella, she used to co-host the podcast with me. So I'd already used a little bit of that to make my niece a book cover. So it was really nice to use more of that on this project. So again, this is the sewing apron. And one other thing I want to share with you, let me tell you what the middle fabric is. The middle fabric is like a metallic linen. I also purchased from Joann's. It's really pretty. A while back I also purchased this same fabric in like a denim blue, and I made a shirt number 1. I made a dress number 1, and it's already on an A-line, but I made the A-line come out a little bit further, so it's really almost like trapeze-like. It's a really cool top. If I can figure out a way to get a picture in, I'm going to insert that right here. And then finally, after the apron was complete, I put some seams down in just strategic places so that it wouldn't all be just one long pocket across here and a long pocket on the bottom. As you can see, I just sewed in a few lines so that I would have some deeper pockets and some smaller pockets, like right here. So like this pocket here would be perfect for maybe if you're doing some marking on your fabric. This apron will work for lots of different things, not just sewing. If you're doing maybe some decorative journaling and you're doing maybe some watercolor, perhaps you could make another one for that, maybe out of some water proof fabric, or even if I mean watercolor, it will definitely wash out. So you can use this for not just sewing, for just lots of other crafts as well. So super happy about those. So that's all I have to share with you in sewing for this episode. But I told you that I would talk about a new craft that I had dabbled into, and that is weaving. So I have a loom, and I'm wondering if I can get over there and grab it. I'll just tell you about it. I have the Cricut Sample It loom. It's the 10-inch loom, and I'll insert a picture of it right here. So basically, I had this project going. It's been on the loom for well over a year. I warped the loom with some 100% cotton, and the weft that I used was some cotton polyester that, again, that Othello had gifted to me. I think she knit herself a sweater in it and just gave me the rest. And so it wasn't a lot, but I knew I wanted to do something with it. So this is what it came out to be. So the Sample It loom, like I said, it's the 10-inch. So it's not very wide, but it's a very capable and sturdy loom. I'm going to show you what the fabrics look like. So this is the fabric that was gifted to me, the fringe part from Othello. As you can see, I almost want to say, I don't even know who made it, but it's like an art yarn, really, really pretty. And then you can see the weft, which is the darker of the green right there. So as you can see, it's really not super long. It's not long enough to like double up on the neck, but it's adequate. Someone suggested on Instagram that I just wear it just like this, just maybe on a autumn night that's not too cold, and then put like a shawl pin here. So I probably would do that just to have enough around my neck to keep me nice and warm. That actually feels really good right now. I have the fan, the air is on and the fan is on, but the sun is like shining right in my face. So it's a little warm at times. So yeah, I'm so excited about this. This is the first weaving project I've completed that I feel like I could wear. A couple of things were kind of wonky. I'm still working on getting my edges nice and neat, but that will come with practice. I'm also working on understanding what size yarns I can use with certain reeds. This seemed to work out well. I don't even understand the sizes of the reeds and how that falls into play. So if anyone knows any beginner weaving books or resources, I would be really happy to know. Like I said, I am a super beginner, and you guys know I just like to make. I just like to do. If I see something, I'm very much just dive in first, ask questions later. And that's gotten me into a little bit of trouble, but not a lot. I kind of like that. That's just how I roll. I've had to accept that about myself, that I'm a maker and I just like to try new things. So who knows when the next time I'll pick my loom up again. Hopefully it won't be too long for now, but I'm really excited about how this turned out. Okay, so I think that's it for the actual making. So let me just share with you a couple of things that have come in the mail in acquisitions. So the first thing I want to share with you is I got another skein of yarn from Suburban Stitcher. I believe I shared with you that I am a part of her Gradient yarn club. So basically the way that works is Every color that you get from month to month will coordinate with the previous month until you have enough for a gradient or a fade. I think it's called the Fade Club. So this is the one I just got in the mail. I believe this is the first one I received. So as you can see, this works out really, really well. Or should I do it like this? Or maybe I should do it like this. Either way, so beautiful. So absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure if she does it on all the bases, but the base that I've been getting mine on is the Superwash Sock, which is 75% Superwash Merino, 25% nylon, 460 yards. So I have one more on the way, and then I'm going to end the club because that would be more than enough for a sweater. So pretty. And I just checked the other day, and you can still sign up for her Fade Club. Okay, second of all, I think I just threw everything in this basket. Oh, okay. So I picked up this beautiful, look at that. So this is from Chelsea Luxe Yarns. This is the Chelsea Luxe Duet. So this is 2 skeins of yarn wound together. One skein, I believe she calls hers cobblestone. As you can see, this is that slubby textured yarn. And then the other skein is a silk mohair. So I would love to make just a basic shawl with this, nothing fancy, just a really, really simple, maybe asymmetric or triangular shawl, just a little something to go around the neck, I think would be gorgeous. And the color is driftwood. So pretty. I got a couple of other things in this update too. I think I got a candle. I should have bought the candle. I'll share the candle on the next episode. So I got a candle and some Tough Woolens. My brain is drawing a blank. It's the Tough Woolens. Is it the moisturizing? It's not a soap bar. It's a moisturizing balm. That's what it is. A moisturizing hand balm. I had one here from a previous purchase because it's great to use when you're about to knit. It's good for your whole body. And Chelsea Yarns has a signature scent just for her. So I picked up a couple of those also. And I think that's it. Oh, one other thing in acquisitions, which will take us right into journaling. I picked up a new journal from Olive and Archer. Archer and Olive. I always say Olive and Archer, but it's Archer and Olive. Stationery company. And this is her black dot grid journal. So here you can see I just put my name and a couple of other identifying information I don't want to put out there to the world. But yeah, I'm looking forward to using this and experimenting with some different journaling techniques. And I will definitely let you know when I do and how that works out. So as far as journaling, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know I've been having a really, really good time with that. Journaling for me is definitely, it's become an extension of my crafting, as far as using my crafting as a tool for wellness, in particular mental health wellness, and just another tool just to help with my anxiety and to help keep me a little calmer. And but the benefit of journaling is that it's not just the actual work that you do. It's not the actual writing and putting the stickers on a paper and decorating the page. That's fun. But when you're able to decorate that page and then save a little room for your thoughts. So what's going on in your mind that day? Are you feeling a little anxious? Why are you feeling anxious? What was it that happened that made that anxiety pop up? Are you, well, let me just put it to myself. Am I having some irrational thoughts that are causing me to be anxious? Those are the types of things I write down. If I've been annoyed one day, unusually annoyed, what was it that annoyed me? Was it worth me getting annoyed over? What can I do the next time? How can I respond differently in situations? Those are some of the other things I journal about. I also journal about my fears. I mentioned anxieties. If I'm having a bad day health-wise, I'll write that down. You know, how am I feeling? How did that make me feel that I wasn't having a good day health-wise? And it's just, I think it's helping. It's helping a little. It's helping me to just be more present and to understand why I think the way I do and why I feel anxious sometimes, why I feel sad sometimes. It's been really, really good. So if you are a journaler, you understand what I'm trying to say. And if you're not, give it a try. It can be as simple as, you know, taking a notebook and writing out your thoughts, the stickers, and, you know, if you choose to paint or do other decorative things, that's just like icing on the cake. But there really is truly some benefit in just getting those thoughts out on paper. Definitely not a mental health expert. I'm not a physical health, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a crafter who loves to craft, who happens to have a lot of health issues and a lot of anxiety and a lot of other things going on that I find journaling and crafting to be very helpful with. So I'm an open book for the most part. If you have questions about it, reach out to me on Instagram. Send me a private message on Instagram or on Ravelry, and would be happy to chat with you about it. So let me just share with you a couple of pages that I've been working on. One that's a work in progress. I'll just share with you my latest two. Well, my latest three, because there's so many, but this one here, I would call, this is definitely like a collage style of journaling. And this here is a self-care, like, bucket list, self-care list. Or maybe I shouldn't call it a bucket list, self-care list. This is my self-care, things I want to do more of as far as self-care is concerned. And I've just got a ton of elements on here. Stickers, I believe these dolls are from Coco Michelle. This beautiful paper is what inspired this particular spread. And I got this paper from Paper Source. This is wrapping paper, actually. If you've ever been to Paper Source, then you know they have just a variety of beautiful wrapping papers. But the thing I love about journaling also is that you can use so many different mediums. It doesn't have to be stickers. It doesn't, it can be anything you want to collage or journal with. It can even be fabric, and I'll share that with you in the next couple of spreads. I love this little technique. I don't even know what it's called. I saw someone else do it, but it's like a little window. This is a clear piece of vellum sticky note, and it's covering a quote from Tupac Shakur. It says, "I want to grow. I want to be better. You grow, we all grow. We're made to grow. You either evolve or you disappear." So that is a Tupac quote, and that it's actually a sticker from, hold on, whose sticker shop is that? That is from Alicia Michelle XO. Alicia Michelle XO. She specializes in hand lettered stickers and lots of other beautiful things, but I love her Tupac Shakur quote sticker sheet. So that's what that was all about. And then this is a spread that I'm still working on. This is fall favorites. These are all the reasons why I love fall. I started out with some washi tape framing the pages, and then I just put in some boxes, and that's for me to put in all the things I love about fall. And the boxes are from my shop, as well as the months of the year are from my shop. The pumpkins as well as the little circles are also from the shop. And then finally, this is I did this past Friday evening. I don't think this has a theme. It's just a little positive sheet that I made. I really want to work on collage this month. And I'll tell you a little bit why I'm doing that. I'm actually doing a collage challenge with another maker. I just started watching her YouTube channel and her name is escaping me. So that's why I'm going to wait till I make sure I give her proper attribution. But anyway, this is my collage page. It's very much autumn themed, and I just started laying down stickers and other ephemera. This is actually a piece of fabric. It's a lace little sunflower. So again, you can see what I mean about when you decorative journal, you can just do so many different things, not just paper elements. So really, really love the way this turned out. I even included a little pocket with one of the journaling cards in my fall collection. So I really, really, really love the way that turned out. So before I close, I will share with you a couple of the things that you will find on the website that are brand new and a part of the autumn collection. So these have always been popular in the other colors, and as you can see really closely, these stickers have like a woven texture to them. So I simply call them woven hearts. And you can get these on either white sticker paper or the transparent sticker paper, which is really cool. These here are just some deco boxes. Each of these letters are individual stickers. Some wide arrows. These are great for layering. Put these down, then put the day of the week, or you could even write the day of the week on it. These are some fall little wavy circles. We've got some functional dots, all the autumn colors. And I have these available in these large dots, and I also have another sheet that's about half this size in the smaller dots. Perfect for bullet journaling. Functional boxes in autumn colors. And then fall favorites. Fall foliage. I forgot what I called this. This is probably my favorite sticker sheet though. Autumn Cozy, that's the name of this one, Autumn Cozy. Let's see here. And this is brand new, it's called Girl Boss. And it coordinates beautifully with all the other autumn stickers. And finally, last but not least, our very first sticker doll. She doesn't even have a name. I'm thinking about doing a contest on Instagram because she needs a name, and whoever's name I chooses will receive a prize, including this sticker sheet. So as you can see, I put her in two different sizes, a larger size and then two smaller sizes. The sticker sheet is about 4.5 by 6 inches, so it just kind of gives you a little bit of the scale for how large the doll is. A little close-up of that, and this was definitely inspired by my love of African print fabrics. And I've got some leaves as well as a little box you can use for either writing or layering. So that's it for the fall collection. Oh, and of course, there is a brand new set of journaling card. The journaling cards, my journaling cards have always been pretty popular. So I decided to do a set just for autumn, and this just happens to be one of them. It's printed on like a, I don't know whether this is showing up or not. It's like a linen textured cardstock. And you can also get them printed on like a Swiss dot, which is equally beautiful. All right, so I think that's all I have to share with you today. I've really enjoyed being here with you, catching up and sharing with you the things I've been working on. As I mentioned, I will be back very soon with the review of the Moon and Turtle book, as well as the prize winners for the Moon and Turtle book, as well as for our Q3 make-along. Head over to the Ravelry group. Let's get excited about Q4, in which we will be finishing all of our whips. So if you didn't get to work on some of the Kelborn Woolens hats for the year, you can do that in the next couple of months. That's what I plan on doing. I've got a couple of blankets I want to get some work done on, a sweater whip that I'd really love to finish, and a couple of other things. So the thread has already been created. Head on over, let's get to chattering and cheering each other on as we finish our whips for 2021. So with that being said, I'm going to say goodbye. Please stay healthy, safe, and well. Continue making all the things, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.